My name is Amol Nirgurkar. I'm the CEO of Patient Prism, and I'm excited to have this conversation with Jon Fidler from Fidler & Associates about the role of an executive in a group, right? As DSOs grapple with many challenges in their growth model for the next decade, one of the key things that they have to remember and look out for is good people that are going to round out their executive team that can follow the culture, they have the vision, and also bring something to the table that's going to help the organization flourish. So what is truly, Jon, the role of an executive in your group? I mean, what kind of role? I mean, you have a role because you started the company, but when the executive comes in, what's the ideal, or what are they supposed to do? What do you envision?
Yeah, so I think the first word that comes to mind when we are looking for executives is, are they a leader? And that doesn't mean that they need to be a standout face of the organization, being in front of everything type of leader. It means, can they lead the people that they're managing? And so, leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders. And so you want to, have somebody in that role that fits the role, but at the same time understands the vision of not just where the company is at now, because they're going to be responsible for the day-to-day operations as well. But are they seeing what I'm seeing 2 years out? Are they seeing what I'm seeing 5 years out? And are they capable to handle that and lead people to grow into what we want the organization to be?
So leadership is very important.
Yes.
What about what else comes to your mind? Yes, I want to lead. And it's, again, not about a rank. It's about really the ability to make leaders. I love that.
Yeah. I think, making sure that they're like-minded as well.
Okay.
So, at the end of the day, not everybody has to act the same or portray the same image. That's the last thing you want, I think, for an organization. That gets pretty boring. Sure. But what you want to do is make sure that, hey, this person can see what I'm seeing 5 years from now and can fit in and make sure we're hiring not just the executive level, but they need to get buy-in and leadership, capabilities from the, folks that they're going to be managing, and making sure that they see exactly where, the group is heading and have great communication with that.
How about teamwork? I mean, it's an overused word in business, and everybody needs to have teamwork.
Yep.
Where do you look at an executive from a teamwork perspective?
Yeah, so I think ultimately, obviously, the CEO and owner is going to be the final decision maker. So once you start getting into the C-level, you're going to find folks that are very educated, sometimes opinionated, but at the end of the day, are they able to come in, have the trust and have the ability to explain, hey, here's some different ideas or different perspective, because ultimately that's what you're hiring them for. But at the end of the day, they're going to have to understand that the executive or the CEO or the owner is going to be making the decisions, and are they able to follow that and buy into that?
Right, because you don't want, obviously the executive works together, right? I mean, the idea is to bring all these people together and to collectively make better decisions.
Yep.
Have you seen, in the dental industry especially, have you seen the CEOs empower these executives to kind of grow into a different person almost in that organization, and how has that worked out?
Yeah, so I think that those are the best organizations. The best organizations are when somebody is put in a position with some authority, they're given that authority to go work. I think Steve Jobs said, we hire smart people so they can tell us what to do, not us tell them. Right. And I think that's the beauty of an organization being able to make your own hires, is that you're able to bring somebody in that maybe has some different ideas, and they may be better than yours. And so sometimes it's an ego check, but ultimately everybody has to work together to get the accomplishments.
And do you, at your organization, do you have that conversation beforehand with the CEO or whoever is hiring? Do you have that conversation that, guys, hey, it's okay, and it's actually imperative that you hire somebody that is going to bring some new ideas to the table that's gonna be better than you.
Yes.
Is that the conversation? You do have that?
Yeah, and I think, again, the communication up front is that you may put your CFO onto a certain project, and it may be 50-50 if we're going to go, maybe looking at certain software. So they're going to put all this time in, and ultimately that you may not go with their decision. And so I think if you have that conversation up front and you communicate and say, hey, here's the purpose of this, and give them a purpose for what they're doing, not just out here comparing, and then they don't take my decision and then we walk away. And so I think if you communicate that, that's the
But you got to give them that role. I mean, if we're talking about the role of an executive, you have to give them power, though.
Correct.
To be able to handle a situation.
Correct.
And trust them that they'll do the right thing. Hold them accountable.
Yep.
But you got to give them power.
100%.
Great discussion. I mean, I think as we talk about this journey of DSO into the next level, getting the right fit and hiring the right person with the right vision, the right culture, the right leadership qualities is crucial, and that makes the right fit, right? You got to have all these different things, but at the same time, as CEOs and co-founders of these organizations, you have to give them some teeth to be able to make a difference and be okay with that.
Yeah.
Even if it's different than what you would do.
Correct. Yep.
Wonderful. Thank you for this discussion, and
Yeah.
we'll continue.
All right. Thank
Thanks.
you.